Hi Gemini singles, welcome to your love reading today with me, Chris of the Tarot Closet. Welcome. This is a general love reading for you, for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Gemini, so be sure to check your chart also, what else you have going on. Also welcome cross watchers. Sometimes I find that I resonate more with a reading that I'm watching for about somebody else. So that's okay. And not everything is going to resonate, so take what resonates, throw away the rest. Sometimes it could just be a totem here that you see. It could be a totem that is pulled at the end. Could be a picture on a card, or simply a message or two or more, however many are meant to come through for you. Spirit will send you messages you're meant to hear either way. So that could be here today, really anywhere, but know that you're here for a reason. Look, so we're already starting with the Queen of Cups here. Okay, so I feel like, Gemini, that you are kind of heading towards love here. So it could be for some of you, you feel like you've hit some roadblocks, or you feel like for some of you, you might have been going around and kind of insert, like almost like a tide pool really, with some people just not getting anywhere. For others, I feel like it might just be a little bit of, you might be feeling like it's a little bit of a struggle here to meet the person that you want to meet, or it could be that some of you are in an early connection. Let's see where this is going. We're very early in the reading. This could also mean for some of you that you're getting over somebody still, but I really feel like this already, the energy is just coming through really strong, that you might just be feeling like you need some new, maybe look into some new places to meet people, or you're kind of just meeting the same people. Let's see. Look, here's another queen. So now this is the Queen of Wands. Now that's really interesting because this is also about feeling really confident. So I feel like some of you might also just be really persistent in that and feeling like, you have been hitting some roadblocks, or you're not really sure where to meet your person. If you haven't yet, it could be some of you are in something already sort of new, and it's just not really going where you want it to go. But I feel like you're going for it regardless, because look, you're swimming up against the stream here. You're going against the flow of the water. What is this going upstream? A salmon. So some of you, yeah, I mean, that is what you're doing. But overall, your energy here is the Queen of Wands. So you're like feeling really confident about it and going for it. And look, this is following right after. We have the King of Arrows, the Kingfisher card, which is the King of Swords. And this is about making a change in your life, or a change happening. And this could also be for some of you about somebody coming in that's going to change your life. And it could also be that this queen, now this is no gender in tarot, so don't worry about that. It could also be for some of you that this Queen of Wands is another person coming that's really confidently coming toward you. So this is either you or your energy, but I feel like for a lot of you, this is you going toward happiness, and there's some emotion here. So some of you really have been going in a circle, possibly with love or with another person. Some of you, it does really look like you could be moving on here. And when the swords come up in a love reading, that can mean some conflict, some conflicting energy that may or may not resonate for you, but it could be something in your past, and it could also be with you that you're just feeling like, rah, just a little bit frustrated. But I also see that you're determined here. You're not giving up. You have the Queen of Bows and the King of Arrows. For those of you that, now this was sticking. I almost didn't take it. Okay, really interesting. So we have the Temperance card here. So this is some Sagittarius energy. And it does look like for some of you that you really are just trying to balance out your life here. So for some of you too, it could be that this is representing sort of your work life as well, and maybe, or something in your life that has been interfering with your love life in order for you to go for or get what you want. And for others too, here's the other thing, you know, look, if you're looking here, look what's wrapped around this tree here. You know, there's some snake energy, which can be some scorpion energy here. Really interesting, but this is also some Sagittarius energy. So for some of you, I feel like you have been waiting for a while for somebody to come in. And some of you could be, like I said, waiting for a person, because this can also be about just being patient. And I feel like you have kind of, your patience has worn thin, whether that's being single and looking for new ways, or just feeling like you've been single longer than you want to be, or with a person that you've just been kind of waiting, and you might even be moving on from them. And for some of you too, this can be about a connection that you're in separation from, and you're just trying not to give in, and that you guys are in a little bit of a battle, it looks like, for some of you, because this is also a 5, okay? 1 plus 4 obviously is a 5, and in numerology, this can be about conflict and some instability. So that could be something that you're currently in, or somebody from your past energy, but somehow it's still here in your energy. So it could just be that it's passing through you now. So take that as it resonates, because this is also, number 5 is also about change. And I do see that you're going through a change here, Gemini. Thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels. Whoop, la, here we go. Did I lose? Is it here? I think this might be it. Okay, look, there's 5 again. So yeah, there's some more about some conflict and some instability. Now this is also the Hierophant card. So this is the Taurus energy here. So I do feel like some of you could be like really making some changes now in your life so that you can get this love in, because look at the confidence here. And also for some of you, this could have to do with something in your family as well that has held you back, or maybe had expectations for you. So take that as it resonates. You could have made choices in the past, or you could even feel a little bit like you're still doing that based on your family, or maybe the religion that you practice with your family, that sort of thing. That's not going to resonate for everybody. But there we have the change again too. And look, you're kind of like there appearing in the snow. You have this, you're sort of like banging on this like as if it's a drum. So I feel like you're making a stand too, that you're really going for it. Here, like with the Queen of Bows, with the heart, this confidence here, you're just going for it. I really think you're changing your life here, and that for some of you, you have been in a cycle with somebody. And for some of you, this is just the cycle you feel like maybe connected to someone in the past that could have to do also with your family. And just in general, I feel like you're just like sick of being on your own, that some of you just want to have another person in your life. You know, partnership. Thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels. What do you have for Gemini today? Gemini singles, specifically, please. And how that resonates for you also, you know, I can't tell you. We have a couple here that are wanting to come through. So look, we have, wow, that's really interesting. That was really the same position as Scorpio. So this is, as you can see, this is the Death card. So this is some Scorpion energy. Now this is some Sagittarius energy, but with the snakes, that can also be some Scorpion energy. And so your person, either coming or somebody that you've been in kind of a cycle with, could also be a Scorpio. Sorry, this is making me crazy. Let me just get this so it's a little bit more straight. I think I play with that too much. Okay, and now this is a 4 in numerology, and that is about foundations and stability, but also manifesting. And I feel like you've really been trying to move on from somebody, some of you, but also just move on with your life since somebody has passed, and just with love in general. You've been going around in circles, whether that's with a person or with your family, or just with yourself in love. But I think that's ending for you now, because this is the Death card, and this is not a bad thing to have. You know, this can be about death, but I feel like for you, Gemini, that this is about starting over, that this is about changes, and that it's also a message from spirit to move on, okay? So for some of you, that can mean moving on from a connection, and I do think that you're feeling strong for that here with the Hierophant and the Queen of Bows here, the Queen of Wands. Some of you are like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm changing directions. Here you go, look. The King of Arrows, the Kingfisher, you're going toward it. Now, it could be that you're moving on from a person and wanting to start something else with somebody else. And some of you, it could just be that you're moving on emotionally, like you're letting it go to free up your heart and your spirit and your emotions, because there is a lot of emotion for you surrounding your love life. And I really do feel like that you're just tired of being on your own here. I mean, you're a really confident person. You're really strong, and Gemini is basically like, you know, your zodiac sign you have a lot of great information, and you're the kind of person at the party that people want to hear these stories from. And I feel like that's sometimes that can mean that you are actually a little lonely inside. And I feel like, Gemini, that you're putting on a little bit of a brave face here, but you also trying to channel this. I feel like you're channeling that. And I also think not only are you channeling it, now look, some people don't like the fake it till you make it a motto. I personally do, because I just feel like it doesn't mean that you don't deal with your stuff, because there's something you need to deal with here, whether this is current or the past. It just means that you can, you know, put one foot in front of the other. So that could just simply mean getting out. You know, I'm a runner, and I often tell people that really sometimes and you know this, and this is really a metaphor for life, that it's just about sometimes just putting your shoes on. I can simply, and I'm holding on a card here as I talk to you. Sometimes I'm just trying to talk myself out of going on a run. And really all it takes is just, okay, I'm going to put my socks on. I'm going to put my shoes on. I'm going to go to the door. I'm going to stretch. I can change my mind. Sometimes it really is just about that, you know, and I don't mean brave face in pretending that, you know, not dealing with your stuff, because we do need to feel our emotions in order to work through them, okay? So if there is some energy here with another person that you feel like is lingering, because for some of you that is the case, it's just more, what I mean by that is just more like that, putting on your running shoes, just telling yourself, yeah, I can do this, or I want this, and I'm just going to take one little step at a time here, because look, you're soaring here. And this is about new beginnings and something ending. And I do feel like whether that's physically or emotionally for you with a person or a situation, that is on the table for, these are driving me crazy, that is on the table for you, Gemini. So trust yourself, and, you know, this brave face that you have on, I see you, Gemini, you're not alone, and you don't need to stay in this feeling of going upstream now, because look, you're flying above this, you're going for it, you know, you're going to be dealing with it. That's really important for you, because this is also about transformation and rebirth, so like a new start. And this is in your energy here. So it's just more about dealing with it and continuing soaring, you know, as I said, like putting on your running shoes, so to speak, or flapping your wings. You know what I'm saying here. But you are a strong person, and I do think sometimes that you might feel like people forget that about you, because you do put on a brave face, Gemini. Look, this was what I was holding on to for you. I didn't even know what it was. It's the Wheel of Fortune, okay? So here we go again with the 10, with the end of the cycle, renewal. So this is following the Death card. That's a really super good sign for you. And even if it wasn't, but it happens to be. And I do feel like you're kind of coming out of something and you're learning your lesson, or you've learned your lesson. You've kind of, you know, it can be about completing something, and it can also be about traveling, both physically. So it could be that you are getting ready to go on a journey. You might meet a person there. Could be you're going back home possibly, or just on an emotional journey as well. So it could be an actual physical journey. And maybe some of you have been talking to somebody, or there's somebody from your past you guys are talking about, maybe since COVID is kind of opening up for a lot of people. You could be talking about traveling to somebody that you've been connecting with online, or somebody from the past So take that as it resonates. That won't be for everyone. I feel like I can't get this reading out fast enough for you, Gemini. Really interesting. But I do feel like some of you are going to be taking a gamble on love, quite literally traveling to it, and also just in general. Now, we're talking about the her here, kind of putting on a brave face, but, you know, trying to sort of fake it till you make it, some of you. Or some of you need to hear that message to just put those running shoes on and go, flap those wings. But I also feel like for some of you here, that you're just feeling like you're going to go for it, that you might be taking a chance here on somebody. And it could also be that they're coming for you, but this is a change in your luck here. Really interesting. And look, there's people around here and this Wheel of Fortune here with the Wildwood Tarot deck. So it could... Hi, Gemini. Sorry about that. My card filled up and I didn't even know where it stopped. So I just had to take a look to see where I was. And luckily I didn't lose too much. I was talking to you about the Wheel of Fortune here. And what I was saying before I got so rudely cut off, camera, card. Let me actually just fix this a little bit here. Just a minute. Is that if you notice here, inside this shirt, not only is the Wheel of Fortune, but there's kind of like some feathers sticking out here that are coming off of the fabric. So I feel like that this is about more than, that there are other people somehow related to this connection, whether or not you're meeting them through friends or family, or like I said, traveling. But it does look like that. And also with the moon energy, you have a little bit of kind of, you know, illuminating things, like seeing things in a new way. And I also feel like with the sun here, that is about bringing in some warmth and some new happiness and some change here. And so this is looking like for the Wheel of Fortune for you, I feel like it's not just about gambling on love. I cannot tell you it's a sure bet, but it does look really good for you. And it does look like it's going to be somebody that is surrounded or that is involved in your connection somehow, involved in your life already, like through friends or through family, that sort of thing. Okay, let's get another card here, and then we'll do a little bit of clarifying. That was a little bit loud. So thank you, Spirit Guides. Angels, can you tell me a little bit more about Gemini singles love energy, please? A little bit more about Gemini singles love energy. Here we go. Okay, look at that. Very interesting. So we have the Chariot card, which I really love that in the Wildwood Tarot deck. They call it the Archer. So as you know, or if you don't know, the Chariot card is Cancer energy. And this is about change. And also this is about action and taking action and moving. So it could be physically, like I was talking about with you, about traveling somewhere. That is literally the Chariot card. So I really feel like a lot of you are going to be traveling, if you haven't already, toward maybe some love that you've had a connection with, possibly back home or with friends, but somehow it's going to tie in here to your love life. The other thing is I feel like it's also just about moving in the direction of love and just feeling confident and moving in general, because I think you might have been kind of stagnant and in like in a tide pool, sort of going against the tide here, or going against the stream, swimming upstream energy. And it really is like this, you've been kind of stuck in, you know, in a circle here, and it could be with a person, or you're just kind of going up and struggling. So it could be with an actual person that you've already moved away from, or just within yourself or with love. But you are moving now, and this is 7, and this is also about taking control in numerology, number 7. And we have, you know, 7 is also about looking and reflecting on things and what has been happening or what has happened to you, and taking, like, kind of assessing where things are now and getting some control. So I really do feel like it's a culmination. Everything is really just coming to fruition for you here, Gemini. The other thing about the Chariot card and this particular Chariot card is, look, you're kind of like, it's you really look, now there's a gender in tarot. So this is a female with her, you know, with her bow and arrow here. But I feel like for some of you, you really do have, I think we talked about this earlier, that you do have somebody in mind, or somebody has you in mind, okay? It's almost like your target. You have a target in view here. And I feel like it kind of almost goes hand in hand with the heart here in German, the rabbit here, as I just feel like you are, you or somebody, this could be vice versa, just kind of is focused and feeling confident and just has this path going, because we also have here the King of Arrows, which is, as you know, is also the King of Swords, Kingfisher, and just sort of soaring and going towards something here, and also the Wheel of Fortune, and then the, you know, the Chariot card. And I really feel like here that you or somebody is focused on what they want. Now that could be you just really focusing on wanting love, or it could be somebody that's coming to you and that's what they're focusing on is you, Gemini. Let's get a little bit of clarifying on that. I have a couple more here that I want to clarify. What energy do you have here for Gemini? Can you tell us a little bit more about the Chariot card here? Whoops, wow. Okay, well, that's interesting. Now, this just came flying out. So, obviously, this is the Death card. This is some, wow, some more Scorpion energy here. So, yeah, this could really be somebody from your past or somebody in your energy now or coming that either you have your eye on or they have your eye on. Because the thing about the Death card is that this is really that something has ended. So that could be the case. But I feel like in clarifying the Chariot card, that this is really more about something beginning. So I feel like you, Gemini, have your eye on somebody, or somebody could have their eye on you. But this is about changes and moving on and starting over, really a rebirth. And we also have here the Death card, which is, you know, again here, you have it twice. So this is a confirmation here from Spirit. It's twice here laid down. And I'm clarifying the Chariot card, and it's showing us that this movement is about moving on and changing, and that is exactly what the Death card is a new beginnings, moving on from something and starting over. And you have it twice here, and it's right down, excuse me, on the Chariot card. So this is a double confirmation for you. Now, this is another card that fell down when I was clarifying the Chariot card, and the Two of Swords. So, you know, this is really about making a decision here. And I feel like for some of you, this is about just letting someone go. And like I said, I feel like you're hyper focused. But look, on making a decision about love. It could be that there's somebody that you're just really trying to decide if you want to let go forever. Here, the Sagittarius or the Scorpion energy here. And we have it again, you know, with the Death card. So it really could be for some of you that this is a Scorpion that is your target. That you might be choosing between, or you could be actually letting them go. But this is a message from Spirit as far as the swords here in the blindfold, that you can put the swords down and take off this blindfold and you can move away from it. And I do see that that's happening for you with the Chariot card, and it is right here. So this is a confirmation and a message from Spirit that you can move forward if you're not. If you feel still stuck or stagnant, that you can take this blindfold off and put these swords down, and you can move through this energy, because it does look really emotional for some of you. I mean, this is, you're right at the water here, and you know, you're holding them up like it's, really don't know how to say that other than you're putting a lot of thought into it. You're in your head. That's what I want to say to you. And this is the swords, and this is about kind of being in your head. And this is also with the swords, it can also be about relationships and getting some clarity, and also acting in a rational. Okay, really? So we had a full card. Now we had a dead battery. I'm here. It was a very quick change, so I have not lost my place here. But yeah, I really feel like that you're feeling, I don't know actually where it left off, but I really feel like for some of you, you do have a target in mind, or somebody could have you in mind. And by target, that's probably the wrong word, but being that this person here has a bow and arrow, that you know that you have a love interest in mind, or they have you in mind. So take this as it resonates. And like I said, this could also be about letting something go, because we do have bow and arrow here, and we have the sword energy, which can be about conflict, and especially when it's showing up in a love reading. So I feel like this is more about some past energy for you, or just a conflicting decision maybe between somebody. Maybe you have more than one love interest, or somebody is interested in you that might be tied up with somebody else. So take this as it resonates. But this is number 2, and this is about partnerships. And that's what I was also telling you with the swords, that it is about relationships and getting some clarity, and also being, rational and logical. So that's why Spirit wants to send you a message here that you can put these swords down, you can take this blindfold off, and you can walk away. So if this is something that could be some conflicts with somebody still going on here, you can put this down and walk away from that, Gemini. But I really feel like this is just about putting something to bed for you. Just kind of closing a chapter, being that you have the Death card here and you have the Chariot card, and they're really both about starting over and moving on and transforming. Yeah, let's get a little bit of clarifying here on the Queen of Cups. What do you have here for the Queen of Cups for our Gemini singles? Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, a little bit here. 1, 2, whatever you want to give us. Here we go. Wow, so look, so now we're talking about the Queen of Cups here, which I feel like you may have really been needing to take care of yourself, because I do feel like you've been sort of in a cycle. And look, you have the 5 of Swords here. So here's some more kind of relationship, but also a little bit of conflicting energy here. And it could be for some of you that this cycle that you're in was somebody that was toxic for you. So take this as it resonates. And I do feel like this could be an energy that's kind of far away, but is just still in your... that's coming up in your reading here, because it could be that because you're starting over again and having this new start, and for some of you this new love is already coming, or you're sort of preparing for it, that you could be dealing here with some old energies, because I do feel like that for some of you here. Because here we go again with the swords in relation to the air energy, and just kind of getting some clarity on a relationship. And we're talking here about putting the swords down, and really it's the same exact thing here on the Queen of Vessels, the Queen of Cups, because there are people walking away here and you're still holding the sword. Now this could also be a person in your life. And I feel like for some of you, Gemini, this isn't going to resonate for everyone, but I feel like for some of you that this is a really strong energy for you in order for you to move on. And that's part of what has been keeping you stuck in this cycle, but it's ending for you. A new cycle is beginning. It looks like you have new love coming, and that you might be taking a gamble on it. You might already have it in your sight, like I talked about here. And you have the Chariot card, so you are moving. And you also have the King of Swords here. Let's just get another card there on the Queen of Vessels. I feel like it's not giving us all the information that we want. Okay, so we have a few cards here. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, so we have the 4 of Wands, and that really is also about celebrating and homecomings here, and could be also about reunions for some of you. So this really could be about getting back with your friends and family, and possibly meeting somebody there, because look, there are 2 people here, And I feel like this cycle that you're in, when we clarify this again, is just a message for you from Spirit also to move through this energy, to recognize it and work through it so that you can move on here to this new person. And possibly I feel like it's going to be, this person is going to be coming up here at an event for you. If they're not already in your energy, because like I said, for some of you, I really feel like you're traveling to this person, or they're traveling to you. And that can also be what the Four of Wands is about here, like celebrating being together. But I do feel like there's just some of this energy here that's lingering. Now, some of you need to work through it, and others I really feel like you already have. And it's just showing us here what you're coming out of. Now, I'm clarifying the Queen of Cups here. We have the King of Wands. So yeah, look, I feel like you're trying to get the courage here to move through this. And I also feel like somebody, you're kind of just like, you know, wanting to put, like we talked about, flap your wings and maybe put your running shoes on. And you really are trying to get the courage to move forward. And some of you have, and that's showing us. And this could also be somebody coming toward you here with the King of Wands. And somebody really charming as well, that's going to really will charm the pants off of you, Gemini. So take this as it resonates. And this could also be you, Gemini, going to charm somebody, because look here, you're feeling really confident. And for some of you, you really have somebody in sight already. So this also shows me that for some of you, it really could be that this is somebody you know, but you maybe haven't explored that option with, and they might not know, or it could be vice versa. You know, and this, like I said, could be around some type of event with family or friends. And look, this was the last card that came down in clarifying that, and it's the Page of Cups there. So this is about a new love, and this could be new love as in a new person, because this is a page, so this is a new energy. But it could also be, like I said, just taking something to another level, or just somebody that you've known, and this is the direction that you're heading now. Maybe you haven't even thought about them in that way, or they haven't thought about you in that way. Okay, let me just get one more clarifying card here. With the Temperance card, with the Sagittarius and with the snakes, the Scorpion energy, and we have the Scorpion energy here as well. Really interesting. And also some Scorpion energy with the Death card again. So you have it twice here, and then with the snakes. Okay, so I'm clarifying the Temperance card, which is also a 5. So it is about change and possibly some conflict and some instability. And we do see snakes here. And also Temperance really is about kind of creating some harmony and balance here. You got the Page of Swords. And I'm sitting here looking and I'm thinking, did we get the Page of Swords? No. So this is the first, but there's some more page energy for you. So yeah, and so for some of you, I feel like this energy that you might have moved out of already, it could be somebody that is still watching you, or you could be watching them. So take this as it resonates. But I feel like for some of you too, that this is somebody that's watching you that you maybe don't know about. But yeah, I do feel like for some of you, you're going to resonate with this, because this is some energy that you have come out of, or you're trying to come out of. And as I said, with the swords, this can be some representing some conflict when it's coming up in a reading, especially here in a love reading. But yeah, I do feel like for a lot of you, there's just a new kind of love coming here, whether it's a new person or this is somebody that you know that you just maybe didn't think of in that way. And let's get a totem or two for you. This is your totem box. Now, I am not looking. I don't like to be influenced. Just going to take here what Spirit wants you to get. Okay, so I have a little handful. Just going to set this over here for now. Okay, well, first of all, we have a guitar pick. It's interesting. I really hardly ever pull this, and it's come up twice today. So, first of all, it could be that you are a musician, somebody in this energy is a musician coming toward you or whatnot. But the other thing about a guitar pick or an instrument or a music sign is it can be about peace and harmony. Obviously, in harmony. And I really do feel like for some of you, you need to make peace with something in your past here, just for yourself, or making peace with yourself here. So take that as it resonates. And look, you also got this lucky pig, which here in Austria, we give these pigs as a symbol of prosperity and good luck, like wishing you good luck and love and money. And you do have the Wheel of Fortune, so I feel like this is a double confirmation for you, Gemini. And even for some of you, it could be that you're traveling somewhere like Ireland, but take that as it resonates. That won't be for everybody. And your last totem, look, this is really funny because these were coming up today, is a guitar. So that's a double confirmation about music. It could also be that you are going to come together with someone around some music, or maybe at an event like that. Maybe there's a band or something going on at one of these celebrations that you're going to. And then there's another confirmation about making peace and harmony as well. Okay, Gemini, that is your reading for today. I thank you for being here, and I really wish you well. Take really good care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.